Yeah, woo. What's Anazi? You in here? Anazi in here already. What's going on? What's up? What's good? Popping, crack, percolate, really good. It's your man Theo Bundy. Yeah, we in here. We back. We back. I'm supposed to be doing the comic book review, but I gotta ask the question. It was a fair question. We gonna give it up in response to the video that I did last night talking to Jonathan Major. Shout out to Big Tim. Y'all make sure y'all, if you over there on Twitter and everything like that, y'all go check out Big Tim's response in regards to the video that I did last night. Born 360, he had a question in regards to my perspective on Black indie comics. And thank you for rocking with me and everything like that. Thank you for being a member of the Rock With Me Nation. Yeah. And we are working on some things for the Rock With Me Nation. The colors of the Rock With Me Nation official colors are black, gold, and purple. Yes, that's what we're going with. We're gonna be rolling out some merch as the year goes along. What's going on, Groovy P? What's going on? So I got asked that question last night. Fair question. Shout out to Back of the Bus podcast, Marcus, Josh. Shout out to my brother D-Real. Shout out to Black Comic Lords. A lot of quite a few YouTubers out there that I've had the pleasure. My brother D-Real that I've had the pleasure of interacting with that have invested their time in Black indie comics. Marcus from Back of the Bus put me up on Bitter Root. Those of y'all that know my housing situation, I lost. Yeah, so I got to go back and get my Bitter Root. But Marcus and I did cover Bitter Root. If you have missed those comic book reviews, definitely go to Back of the Bus. Marcus and I did break those issues down. My brother Daryl is covering Philadelphia, and he put us up on game in regards to Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer, and we were fortunate, blessed to be able to interview the author of Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. So, and I have those issues, got to go back and get issues 1 through 3. I have issues 4 through 6. Issue 7 will be dropping later on this fall. So if you have not gotten up and see how I just did that, I got issues 4 through 6. But the 7th issue doesn't come out till later on, i.e. it's not back to back to back to back to back. Shout out Kevin Grillo. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Brother been in the game for a long, long time. We've seen him in Underworld. We have has a comic book out, comic book line, creator of Adam Brashear, Blue Marvel. So you see the title of the video, right? You see the title? We have quite a few Black independent comics. Shout out to I want to make sure I'm getting his name right. But y'all know him. He's got the comic books and everything like that. Eric, I'm probably getting the name wrong, but we got quite a few Black independent, and I'm happy for all of them. I am. I am aware of certain things though. Being just my experiences. The next level. Popularity, awareness, folks knowing that these characters are out there. That goes a long way into elevating them. And if I look at my experiences as a person, okay, so Bruce Wayne, I get indoctrinated, if you will, as a Bruce Wayne fan. You get out the womb, you got Batman merch, you go into the store, you go get a soda, you can put it in a Batman cup, you get a like there are so many things. You get the little fizz things or whatever, the little things with the candy in them. There's so many things to indoctrinate you as a Batman fan right off the rip. Like you never had a chance. You never had a chance. Batman showing up on the cereal aisle, Batman showing up in peanut butter, Batman showing up in the convenience store. You turn on Saturday morning cartoons, here come Batman. You come home from school, here come Batman. You never got away. The dude was right there. Batman. You go to the newspaper stand. That newspaper stand, Batman. You go to the toy store, Batman. Like, you couldn't get away from it, Batman. You want to wear you some underwears up under your clothes, Batman. You could, like, wall to wall, Batman. What's the running theme for this week? Seemed like it's the running theme from last week was the eye test. The running theme for this week look like it's gonna be Eric July. Thank you, Kamoyo. Thank you. Look like the running theme for this week gonna be the eye test. It is what it is. Okay. Like, you didn't have to be checking for Batman. No, Batman was checking for you. So I'm sitting here now and I'm like, okay, I love me some me. Shout out to Chad Johnson, formerly Chad Johnson, Chad Ocho Cinco. Congratulations, married and everything like that. So I love me some me. I do. I love me some me. I do. Well, where do I go to go get me some me? Now, I know y'all like, Theo, what do you mean? Like, there's a price tag associated to this. Like, what I have built here, this, it came at a cost. Now, mind you, as a fan, while it came at a cost, a financial cost, it was easy for me to pay the cost. Well, Theo, what do you mean? Well, where can you go and not get you no Batman? As a fan, where can you go and not get you no Batman? And you go to eBay, Batman. Amazon, Batman. It ain't got to be brand new. It can be used. Ain't Todd McFarlane steadily dropping stuff? Batman. Ain't he? Yeah, he is. He ain't the only one. Okay, Playmates, Batman. You, Batman. You open up your phone and you like comic books. Ain't nothing Batman related come across. And not mind you, you ain't got it set to search for Batman. No, you got superheroes. Okay, well, how many times Batman came across your cell phone? Notifications this week alone. You ain't got your cell phone set up for Batman. No, you superheroes. You didn't got you some Black Panther notification. You didn't got you some Avengers notification. You didn't got you some. You know what you ain't got you? You ain't got you no kilogram notification. I ain't got no Harriet Tubman notification. Yeah, that. Ain't nobody telling me when Bitterroot coming back out, whether it's in the comics or whether it's in the movie. And good Lord have mercy. How long have we been waiting on a Bitterroot movie? I damn near want to say longer than we've been waiting on a Blade movie. Well, as my ex-wife used to say, everybody plays a part. Everybody plays a part. We want Black, right? Excellence, imagery, representation. Everybody play a part. And shout out to Tiffany Bird Harrison. She actually spoke on it. It's gonna take a collective effort. Like, folks gotta want to work together. Yeah, we got this Black writer here, this Black writer there, that Black writer there, and that Black writer. And the struggle is real because they're independent. So they don't have an industry, a business behind them. But as my brother D Real did tell me once upon a time before, there's at least 10 Black billionaires. There's at least 10 Black billionaires. Now, if that number, I think, is 200 Black millionaires. 10 of them are billionaires. I don't know what you want me to say with that one. Tiffany Bird Harrison, she came out, dropped a video, what about a month ago? And she talked about how Black people need to come together. And damn thing, I've been saying that as long as It's going to take a collective effort. She said we got to get out of this thing where we just want to do stuff individually. It's going to take us coming together. She said that. It made all the damn sense in the world, because one black independent writer ain't matching up to Marvel Comic Group. Like whoever, male, female, they don't have them financial resources available to them. They don't. So what do they wind up doing? Some would say they overcharge. Well, that's no different than the person at home that's handcrafting clothes. They gotta overcharge because it's just them. But imagine if everybody came together. Imagine somehow, some shape, form, or fashion, considering we got 200 black millionaires, if we didn't get sort of kind of what we had before, Milestone Comics. It ain't like we ain't done this before. No. It ain't like this ain't been done before. No, it's actually recent history. We don't need to act like that, because I was in Okinawa, Japan. Did we forget Dwayne McDuffie? We forgot that him and some brothers. You see the S at the end? See the S at the end. The S at the end. We forget him and some brothers got together and put together Milestone Comics. Oh, I get it. I understand. I got this person, that person, this person. Well, I'm sorry. Didn't DC and Marvel come together at some point in time and give us Amalgam Comics? Oh, Lord have mercy. Yes, they did. Did them comics sell? Oh, yes, they did. Wait a minute. You a comic book fan. I'm a comic book fan. Ain't they putting them comics back in reprint? Because fans loved it. But Theo, what are you saying? I get it. I understand it. I do. You proud of your stuff. You proud of your stuff. You like your stuff. You feel like your stuff is the best. You feel like your stuff. You know what? I get it. I understand it. Y'all don't want to come together? Because over there in DC, it's some fans feel like Bruce is better than Clark. It's some fans feel like Clark is better than Bruce. But up under that DC umbrella, you know what they get? They get both Bruce and Clark. It's some folks, I know y'all find it hard to believe. It's some folks feel like Diana is better than Bruce and Clark. It's some folks feel like Clark is better than Diana. But you know what they got over there? They got Diana, Bruce, and Clark. See, it's folks out there. Black billionaires. They out there. You come across them all the damn time. Okay. Now, I don't know what black billionaire ain't tapping into this, because what you will do is you will rent out your studio, your stuff, to some folks that don't look like you, to build up their platform, build up their characters. Well, I said everybody play a part. See, I got the black comic book writer, but see, the black comic book writer can only do so much without the black fans. He need that. He or she needs fans of their characters. They need that for these characters to become relevant. They also need a way, i.e., what's the word I want to say? Venue for these characters to be seen. Well, hey. So the black comic book writer needs some distribution, so that their comic book prices can fall down where Marvel and DC prices fall at, so that their content can be consumed no differently than Marvel and DC. Now, I'm not able to do that for the black comic book writer. That's not my role. If I was a black billionaire, I would tap into seeing what I could do, but I'm not. I'm here. I'm the black collector. I'm the black reviewer. But now see, for me to collect, I gotta have something to collect. For me to review, I gotta have something for me to review. Now, that's a double-edged sword. Because how do I get it? I got the black comic book the black comic book writer, creator, right? Well, we already know they behind the 8 ball because they facing distribution issues because they ain't got access to what the big two got. So here they come with this price tag. Okay, Theo, well, can you afford that price tag? That's a great question. Can I afford that price tag? Now, if I can't afford that price tag, because see, you got the comic book creator, right? Black comic book creator. They got their 8 ball that they dealing with. I got my 8 ball that I'm dealing with over there in regards to them, the price tag. Then in regards to, watch this, I'm the comic book collector / reviewer, right? I got this 8 ball that I'm dealing with over here in regards to the black comic book fan. Are they checking in? Are they checking for it? So you got the black comic book creator, writer, right? And then you got the black comic book reviewer, right? See, what the black comic book reviewer is low key. Well, no, my daughter would say high key, promoting the black comic book writers' work with their review. But now they can review it all day long to promote it, but somebody got to be watching the promotion. So somebody got to be interested in the promotion. You could promote this all day over here, but if nobody's checking for it, then you're just promoting. And it does no good for you to keep promoting it. Everybody play their part. Everybody got a part to play. See, in a perfect world, perfect. The black comic book creator would be able to put out their comics no different than everybody else puts out their comic. And the black comic book reviewer would have access to their comics no different than they have access to other comics. Perfect world. And they would review those comics no differently than watch this. No, it would be different because they would be focused on those comics. They would focus on those comics no differently than folks focus on other comics. See what I'm saying? But then you would have the fan over here that would be just as interested in those comics as they show interest in other comics, if not more so, because the characters in these comics look like them. The stories in these comics, more or less, are about them, more so relatable to them. But now, if they not checking for them comics, it's a slippery slope. It is. If they not checking for them comics, and this person is reviewing the comics on YouTube, that's where you getting your comic book reviews at. You either getting them on YouTube or you getting them on what? What's the podcast or whatever people be telling folks to go to, one way or the other. But if you go to whatever that website is, you're paying for it then, right? As a comic book fan, as opposed to YouTube where you just log it in. Well, the person that's reviewing the comic book for you, not just they doing it because they like the comic. But there's also something else that comes along with it as well. Algorithms, so you can get paid, right? Because you can love the comic as much as you want to, you can. But you on YouTube, you doing this time, effort, right? I don't know. I know you like doing it. I like doing it too, but you didn't put some time and effort into it. You know, you want to be compensated some shape, form, or fashion if you're doing something right. Right. Well, so how do we do that? I'm gonna keep up with these notes real quick. Y'all greeting each other and everything like that. Just responding. Keep up. Hey Theo and everyone. Yep, absolutely. Group RC, you back? Wow, that was fast. Theo got something in common with Barry Allen. Salute, yeah. What's going on? Absolutely, Darren Phil, we in here. Top this light. But man, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Eric July, absolutely. Hey man, congratulations to the king. I love it all day. I do. What's going on, Afro? Greetings, Theo, and everyone in the chat. I love concrete comments, unique comments, Godhood comments, and the Ripperverse. Marvel. I can't even tell you how many people covered Rise of X, Fall of X, House of X. Everybody and their mama covered it. How many of us covered Ripperverse? How many of us would have watched the review of an Eric July comic book? Fair question. Fair question. Concrete Comics. How many people reviewing Concrete Comics? It's a fair question. Fair question. Would you check out the review? Fair question. We talk about Black representation, Black imagery all the time. And the reason why I'm asking these questions is because I remember someone saying, hey, we need to get Panthers Prey. I know I was the one that got asked to do it, but myself, my brother D Real, and I don't want to say one and the same because we are two different people, but we are part of the same network, the Rock With Me Nation. He did it. He covered all 4 issues. He ain't got no astronomical numbers behind that. Okay, well, I know Marcus and I were covering Bitterroot. We ain't have no astronomical numbers behind that. Okay, well, I've covered Exile, Wesley Snipes. They didn't do no remarkable numbers, like they not through the roof like that. Okay, well, I covered Creed, The Next Round. That's a Black female writer. She wrote that. Now, she was very thankful for it. But imagine what we're doing for her if those videos about the comic book she created, right? Imagine what we're doing for her as a Black writer. Forget Black woman, good Lord have mercy. As a Black writer, if those, and mind you, it wasn't too many people covered that comic. It wasn't. It wasn't. The folks that we think about, names who come to mind first when we think about comic book reviewers on YouTube, they didn't touch her comic. Okay, well, you got D Real covering Philadelphia, as whereas Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. I haven't finished with the series Exile, but there's a reason for that. I covered Creed. Marcus and I from Back of the Bus did Bitterroot. Those numbers aren't through the roof, and those are all Black creators. Everybody play their part. Well, in those instances, you would have it where the Black reviewers did their part. We got the comics that we had access to, and we reviewed them. That's all we could do. Get them and review them. We got access to them, we reviewed them. The Black creator did their part. They made the comics available. And I'm telling you, if you listen to, shout out to Black Comic Lords, the interview they did with Kevin Griffio, if you go listen to what these Black comic book creators go through, distribution is not easy. It ain't. It is not at all. Okay, well, once they do what they got to do to get it to the Black comic book reviewer, it's up to the Black fan at that point in time, or the fan of work, fan of comics from Black writers. It's up to the fan. That fan got to drive them numbers through the roof. That fan got to lock in. That fan locks in, that comic book gets pushed, highlighted, the how can I put it? The significance, the praise, the awareness of the Black writer is lifted. Now people become aware of them. This is what happened with Bitterroot. It was like, okay, well, Bitterroot is popping. Okay, well, let's do a movie with it. I don't know what happened. But what I can tell you is this: the book stopped coming out. Okay. But when the book stopped coming out, Marcus and I didn't have access to it no more. Well, we ain't got access to it no more. You don't hear about it anymore. Okay, well, you don't hear about it anymore. The excitement level dies down. Okay, the excitement level dies down. That goes hand in hand with the interest level dying down. Okay, well, now who's checking for Bitterroot? Black representation, Black imagery, Black jobs. Everybody got a role to play. Now, with those roles being played, it's going to come some sacrifices. You can't be worried about what the next man doing. No, you can't be worried about how many people are reviewing Eric July's comic, because that's not the goal. That's not the concern. The concern is putting as much light on what he got going on as possible. That's what that is. And his concern ain't about, oh, well, I got this person over here. Oh, no, you got access to what they got access to. Free reviews. Free reviews. Well, people are going to talk about you as a writer, talk about your characters. Folks going to care about your characters no differently than they care about other characters. They're going to be invested in those characters no differently than we are invested in other characters. Think about this for a second. I would love to be as knowledgeable about Black characters as I am. When I say Black characters created by Black people, as I am about T'Challa. I got to have access to it. And we can't be of the mindset, well, if I do this over here, that's going to hurt my bottom line. It's really, really not. Because honestly, what we should have is Black comic book reviewers that talk about comics created by Black people no differently than we have other comic book reviewers talking about comics created by people that aren't Black. That should be what that is. And nobody should have a problem with it. Like, no, I want to read about Black comics. I want to know about Black superheroes. Okay, I'm going over there. You ain't talking about it. And then watch this. Pressure bust pipes. Maybe then you get those other comic book reviewers to start reviewing these comics, because they see their numbers dwindling while you're over here checking for this. Now they say to themselves, oh, well, I want me some of that too. Let me start reviewing these other comics by Black writers, by Black creators. It all go hand in hand. I'm gonna keep up with these notes real quick. What's going on? Big Gray, the super producer in the building. Gray, what's going on? Kamoyo King, the Black Panther fan group president and the hit maker. Afro, what's going on? Everybody read yourself. What's going on? Yeah, absolutely. So to me, when it comes down to it, if that's what it's all about, it's gonna take a collective effort. And that's my thoughts on it. It's gonna take a collective effort on everybody's part. Because as easily as I have Green Lantern merch, I don't have merch for anything else like that. I don't have access to it. That's the other thing. The merch. The merch. You can walk in the mall the day of tomorrow and buy something from DC or Marvel. Okay, the merch. Y'all see me with the Black Panther mug. The merch. It's got to be a concerted effort. It's got to be a community effort, because it can't be what we just want to get. And I've had this conversation before. It can't be where we just gonna rely on the comic books. No, there needs to be animation in play. There needs to be live action in play. There need to be t-shirts in play. Yeah, notebooks, backpacks, all that. That's going to take a concerted effort. That's going to take a community effort. There need to be action figures in play. And if you look at what Bobby Valor is going through in regards to Valorverse, that's not an overnight deal. Yeah, you're going to need to be able to put your stuff either online where people can purchase it, action figures, things of that nature, and or in the store. Yeah, all that goes hand in hand. You put out the comic book, somebody's going to review it, they're going to look at it, they're going to want the action figure. The child going to want the action figure. The child see the cartoon, they're going to want to have it. We talking stuffed animals, we talking dolls, all that. That's going to take a concerted effort. And everybody is not an expert at doing the same damn thing. They not. But if you ask in my perspective on Black independent comics, it's going to take a nation. They so far behind the 8 ball, it ain't even funny. And we talking about that mindset has to flip tomorrow to get it where it needs to be in the next 10 years. Because look at what you're talking about. Look at what I'm talking about. You would need to get all of those cats to come together and say, we all gonna fall up under one umbrella and put their egos to the side. Then you would need either a Black billionaire or quite a few Black millionaires to say, hey, we gonna set it up where y'all don't worry about the bill with Diamond Select. We got the distribution deal covered. Just get the comics out there. You're gonna need something like that. You're gonna need somebody to sit back and say, okay, but what can we do as far as a toy line in regards to these action figures to get them out there? Yeah, you need all that to happen tomorrow for it to even be a viable option in the next 5 to 10 years. What's the likelihood? Comic books come out every Wednesday. I got Philadelphia and Harriet Tubman on my pull list. I do. They right there. I had Bitterroot on my pull list too. Seen the Bitterroot cartoon? You seen anything on TV in reference to Bitterroot? What about when you go watch all these other comic book reviewers and everything like that? They talk to y'all about Bitterroot one time? You Google Bitterroot on YouTube? You see anything from them in regards to Bitterroot? Okay. Well, you Googling the creators of Bitterroot? You adding them on Twitter saying, hey, what's going on? What's good? Because we did that for Black Panther. No lie. I tell the truth to shame the devil. What do we say? Hey, what's going on, Black Panther? Volume 11, issue 1, what's good? August, September. We trying to, well, Black Panther versus Predator. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. What did we sit up here and say? Oh, doing Eve Ewing's run. Oh, what did Marvel say? Hey, man, holler at us. mheroes@marvel.com. Okay to print. What happened? They interacted with the fan base. Let us get printed. Okay, well. All of it go hand in hand. I'm not blaming nobody. Everybody got a role to play. The question is, do you want to play it? I'm a comic book reviewer. I'm an action figure reviewer. Y'all see what's sitting behind me. I ain't got it like that. I don't. And that's the other thing. Give me one Black comic book reviewer that's paid. And I'm finna shout out all my brothers and sisters that review comic books. Ain't none of them getting paid like somebody else getting paid. They, us, we not. Okay, well, our money ain't long. Now this where you got to ask yourself as the Black comic book fan. It all go hand in hand. It does. Everybody play a role. If it's way more of us over there checking for those comic book reviewers than we're checking for comic book reviewers that look like us, that's part of the problem. Because you need your black comic book reviewer low key to stay independent. You want your black comic book reviewer to call it down the middle? Okay, well, you need your black comic book reviewer to stay independent. Do you really want your black comic book reviewer in bed with Marvel? Do you really want your black comic book reviewer in bed with DC? Or do you want your black comic book reviewer to just stay right there? Okay, well, that's how your black independent comic book reviewer stays independent. It costs something. It does, because the moment they get in bed with one of them other two, Marvel or DC, you're going to see how they going to shift when they start talking about stuff. There will never be nothing bad that they will. They're not going to go hard at either one of them. No, they're going to keep it light. They're going to straddle the fence. Well, if they're going to keep it light and they're going to straddle the fence, wouldn't you prefer them keeping it light and straddling the fence for the black independent comic book writer? If that's what they're going to do. Well, all that go hand in hand. I'm just telling you, all that go, everything is everything. Everything is related, but it all takes sacrifice. Now, that's the thing that everybody got to be prepared to do. You got to be, well, what do I mean when I say prepared to sacrifice? Okay, you got to, if you're the black comic book creator, you got to be prepared to sacrifice your time and work with somebody else. You got to be prepared for the long game, not the short game. That's what that is. And if you're the black comic book reviewer, okay, then you got to sit back and say to yourself, I'm going to focus more so on this, then I'm going to focus more so on that. And you're not concerned about the reviews. It takes a collective effort. That's what you're going to have to say. I'm going to focus on this, understanding the reviews ain't going to be that high necessarily, but I know that this achieves the bigger goal of representation of imagery. So I'm going to push this. Well, this is where you come in at as the fan. You ain't going to be checking for stuff like you've been checking for stuff. Certain titles you're not going to check for no more. Certain IPs you're not going to check for no more. And low key, you're not going to have time because you're going to be focusing more so on this. If the overall goal is to push that, uplift that, well, we're going to have to take some time away for some other stuff. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Amazon, I got to catch up on Philadelphia. Bitterroot will be getting ordered on Amazon. See? Wakanda, what's going on? King Sigma, what's going on? What's going on? We in here. We in here. What's going on? Everybody greeting each other. Man, I love that. What's going on? Everybody in here. So, yeah, it's going to take a concerted effort. Everybody's going to have to be willing to work together. And I said the black comic book creator, and I talked about the black comic book reviewer and the black comic book fan. I left out somebody else. No, it's the black investor, the black business investor. You're not exempt, because the black comic book creator is going to need you. Everybody gets paid off at some point in time. You're going to get your money back. Because what do black, we spend money more than anybody else. So you're going to get your money back. You're going to get your money back. If all, watch this. I don't want to just throw this out there. Okay, Viacom owns BET. What are we doing? Somebody buy it back. Okay, once you buy it back and or whatever, put a cartoon. Why BET don't have a cartoon block on Saturday morning for our kids? Start it off at 8 o'clock in the morning, run it for 4 hours. Or hell, run it for 5. There are way too many black comic book creators out there with black comic book characters out there that have nothing to do with Marvel nor DC, where our children don't have a block of animation on Black entertainment television from 8 a.m. to 12, or from 7 a.m. to 12. You know where they can get up first thing in the morning, fix them a bowl of cereal, like we used to do back in the damn day. Fix them a bowl of damn cereal and sit down in front of the damn TV and just watch them some cartoons. Get up early in the morning. Or watch this. Hell, maybe we, since these will be first run cartoons featuring characters that look like us, maybe we could get up first thing Saturday morning and fix breakfast. And have breakfast as a family. You know, because they swear Black families don't exist. Maybe we could do that and watch these cartoons together. You know, grandma, granddad, mom, dad, cheering. I said it, cheering. That's what I said. I meant what I said. I said, you know that, or just mom, dad, and the family. You know, mom, dad, and the children sitting right there, husband, wife, whatever, as a family. What? Oprah, you got a whole ass damn channel. You low key being over there with what you got going on. I don't know why we don't have like a Teen Summit type show on your network. Hell, that would work over there on the, but where is the block of programming for our kids? I know Black girls too. You love them. I like them. I got daughters. Okay. Well, on your network, first thing, Saturday morning, 7, 12, 8, 1. What we doing? No. What we doing? What? I got a whole bunch of Black comic book creators over here. Tyler Perry, what are we doing? Marvel seemed to get right in there, use your studio and everything like that. Okay, well, I got a whole bunch of this over here, y'all. They could use your look, they could use your rub, use your shine. Okay, well, I can't necessarily. I just wanted you to grow as a director or producer. I ain't finna act like I ain't never watched a Tyler Perry movie, ain't ever enjoyed it, because I would be lying. No, I didn't watch your movies, I didn't watch your plays, and I didn't enjoy it myself. Didn't even find myself singing some of them songs every now and then. That said, this ain't 2010. This ain't 2005. No, we growing individually and as a people. Okay, well, you got a studio. You got a studio, they got characters. They got characters look like you. Okay, well, I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Okay, well, I need my Black representation and Black imagery. Okay, you and Oprah can do something. You, Oprah, Byron. Only thing I can do is what folks, they say my superpower is talk. What I'm talking. And I'm of the mindset, what I didn't say it today, I could be wrong. I could be. I done been wrong before. I'm going to be wrong again. But I'm of the mindset that what I've said on this video, by and large, makes sense. But by and large, makes sense. Okay, well, what's going on, D-Real? The Rock With Me Nation moderators in the building. Miss Kent, what's going on, Miss Kent? Black kids need to listen. That's all I'm saying. Kamoyo, if we invest in us, we are powerful. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't want nobody thinking I ain't gonna review no Black comic book, but I'm sitting up here looking like, okay, well, that book cost me $30. Yeah, just keeping it honest with you. That book cost me $30. This is how I look at it as a Black comic book reviewer. Now, I could. This me. Everybody got responsibilities, right? Okay, well, I'm a husband with 4 children and a granddaughter. Now think about how this look. Now I got to pay for all 4 marriages. That's not cheap. They get married, I got to pay for it, because historically speaking, that fall on me, right? Okay. Well, I love my people. I do. Yeah, I tell y'all what, blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. That's me. Okay. Well, that comic cost me $30. I work for me. Y'all see what I see. Okay, me buying this comic, I'm gonna read it. Now, mind you, this comic ain't small. There's a lot of pages in this. I'm gonna read all of them. Okay. Well, when I read them, I gotta review them. Now, I ain't getting sent digital images. See what I'm saying? Y'all look at how me and D Real be doing comic book reviews. No, me and D Real literally have to go buy the comic because we're not getting sent the digital version of it. We have to go physically buy the comic, then physically take pictures, and we got to make sure we got the proper lighting. We got to make sure we got the right angle so the picture look flat. Oh, no. Because see, we don't work for nobody. DC not sending us nothing. Marvel not sending us nothing. No, we're going to go get that. Okay, well, there's a price tag associated with that. And the only way that price tag gets offset is the number of people that's rocking with us. Because that's how we get paid. See how all that work? See how all that work? Now, mind you, all this group over here has to do is this group don't even have to pay for the comic book at all. That group does not. They can get the comic book information and never have to pay for the comic book. All they have to do is watch the video, hit the like button, and leave a comment. Free. Think about what I said. That group over there, to learn about Bitterroot, to learn about what Eric July has coming, that Tuskegee, that group never has to actually buy a comic book. They don't. They don't have to buy a comic book to get caught up with Philadelphia. They don't have to buy a comic book to get caught up with Harriet Tubman. They don't. All they have to do to get the knowledge from within those pages, watch the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. That gets the Black comic book reviewer paid. You don't have to do nothing else. You don't. They don't have, I know some people like, well, man, I got the Paradigm website or the Paragon, hit me up. You don't have to go do all that. You don't. You don't have to do none of that. You do not have to do any of that. Daryl put out Philadelphia. You ain't got to go to the comic book store to get Philadelphia. You don't. You don't have to order it from Amazon. You don't have to order it from eBay. No, you don't. All you have to do is go to his channel, watch the video, watch the entire video. If it's a 10-minute video, watch the entire video. If it's got ads in it, don't skip through the ads because that's how he gonna get paid. No, watch the entire ad. Leave a comment. So you just drove up his watch time. You left a comment. YouTube is checking for that. You hit the like button. That's affecting his algorithms. Now YouTube knows you like those type of videos, so they're going to push videos like that from him even more. And you subscribe to the channel. You just help keep him independent of Marvel and DC. And it costs you nothing. Time. But you didn't have to make, watch this, you didn't have to make any financial contribution whatsoever. That keeps him financially motivated to keep doing comic book reviews of Black characters. But every hand washes the other hand. Every hand washes the other hand. So everybody got a role to play. Keep up with these notes. Byron Allen can retrofit one of the channels he has now. Tyler Perry could fund the animation, just stay far away from the story group. And you know what? I've never seen Tyler Perry write a superhero story, so I don't want to say that is or is not in his wheelhouse. I don't want to say that. He might be very, very good at it. I would say definitely somebody would probably need to take a look at it, read it, to make sure it, as Grand Madam will tell you, checks off the boxes in regards to the hero story. I think that would be prevalent. But I'm here for it. I think quite a few of us are here for it. I think we have to remove the fear factor in regards to it, because it will take us coming together as a community to uplift us as a community. Like that's what that is at the end of the day. But listen, I wasn't gonna keep y'all too much today. Uh, that's what I was asked. I hope I've been able to speak to it in the manner in which the question was presented. So I hope that was it. Listen, I'm out. Thank y'all so much for rocking with a brother. Make sure y'all hit those likes, share, subscribes, and everything like that. Make sure you are up to date with the Rock With Me Nation uh, family of channels. Myself, my brother D-Real, and Grand Madam Tarot. In the meantime, in between time, y'all already know how we get down. I want to be able to talk to y'all like this as opposed to talking about y'all. So make sure you take care of yourself. Shout out to the late, great Don Cornelius. We wish you nothing but love, peace, and soul.